agenda, so we can't discuss it in new business. So at that point then, we need to determine our next regular meeting. And I'll rely on somebody else to pull the calendar up.
I've got it.
Okay.
If we're talking about, historically in the past, we've kind of held a meeting in December because most everybody is back here for the, Christmas holidays and that, but then everybody after Christmas takes off for the warmer climates. So, if you feel that, we should have a December meeting and then maybe we can wait until earlier in spring, like March or April for the next, meeting. And of course, there's no reason why we can't always call a meeting if something important or urgent comes up.
Yeah.
And that, so what do you think about, first of all, the December meeting? Do you think we're gonna have enough on the agenda?
Well, we don't even have any new business today, so.
Yeah,
Well, and when do we get the hotel update?
January 6th. So we could tentatively schedule a meeting for later, we may have to have a.
Mid-January.
Give me a Tuesday after the 6th.
18th.
Now, 18th? What do you think of that, Chris?
As good as any other day.
Anybody have any thoughts on one way or the other? 18th.
you
Go ahead,
think
John.
January.
The only thing, I think everyone will be there between Christmas and New Year's. If we had a meeting then,
We won't know anything about the verdict.
that's right, but even if we did, I'm not sure no matter what happens, we're probably gonna have to caucus on the verdict. If the verdict is as we wish, I think nothing gets done. If it's not to our liking, then we'll probably have to have a special meeting anyway.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you on that, John, and my only point is, I don't see us doing much around Christmas, but if commissioners think there's a reason, John, if you think there's a reason to have one, I don't wanna meet just cause everybody's here.
That's a good point.
Chris, what do you feel? December, yea or nay?
I don't wanna meet just because everyone's here. If we have things to talk about, I'd say we schedule a meeting for, just say, January 18th. If something comes up, we need to have a meeting in December, we can schedule one.
Or if we need it earlier in January,
We'll move it up, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll take a motion then to, Chris,
I guess I made it.
you made a motion to meet on
Yes.
the 18th.
Second.
Any comments, other comments? Alright, next meeting is the 18th of January. Let me write that down, I'm always forgetting it.
Well, you'll get about 7
I know,
meeting agendas prior.
probably, well, Val likes to write, so.
Yeah. Well, I always like to
Anyway.
remind everybody so you can get it on the calendar.
Yes.
Yes, I'm
We-
not
It's
worried.
always subject to change.
Yeah,
Not
always
worried about
change. Alright,
not knowing.
any citizens' comments? John?
Does the management district wanna get involved with the other dam that's being built on the lake?
On this lake?
Yeah,
Which one would that be, John?
the one where the beavers are plugging our culvert over by me.
I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh, I've got beaver problems myself.
Which side of the road's it on?
Both. What they're doing is they're chewing stuff up from upstream back by Pickerel, and they're bringing it down. And today I went out there, and there was like a big, about 6-foot diameter clump that they're packing in there. And myself and a few of the neighbors went over there a couple weeks ago and got a lot of the sticks and debris out of there. Do you think the management district could hire a trapper to have them come out and maybe alleviate some of these beavers out of here?
Can you explain to me exactly where the dam is?
It's on the lakeside. Actually, 2 years ago, they plugged the whole thing up. And then I called the town, and the town sent Envirocon out there, and they took a barge and kind of cleaned it out and got it flowing again. But you couldn't even pass through the culvert. So they're chewing stuff on both sides. They're chewing it on the lakeside. They're chewing it on the channel side. And they're just trying to make higher water back there is what they're trying to do.
I lost 2 prize evergreens.
Wow.
Well, then you can understand what we're dealing with. I mean,
Yeah.
these things don't stop and they work all night long. You can clean it one day, you go out there the next day, and it's like you didn't even do anything. So,
But
Well, we
we
can't
have,
take any action on that, but it would help if you take a picture and send it to me.
Okay.
But we do have other areas on the lake with beaver issues. I mean, this has been an ongoing thing with
I would
beavers.
love to.
Yeah, but-
Personally speaking, not as the committee.
Not making a dam, but
Well, I mean, they're trying to make a dam there, is what they're trying to do, and they're trying to get the back area to flood up, and like I had mentioned, the whole culvert it had a foot and a half of crud in it, a year or two back, and I called the town, and Twillmeyer sent out Envirocon, and they pieced it all out of there and hauled it out on a barge, but I think if you just get rid of the beavers, it'd be less work, because they're not gonna stop.
Yeah,
Don't we have to get the DNR involved in this?
Maybe the DNR's got a trapper that they can send out there, I don't know.
They can,
Again?
they can.
Maybe the DNR's got somebody that traps for the DNR, and maybe we can
I
get some
had a
help
hard
that way.
time finding one when I tried to get a beaver trapped, but I never found one. Do send me a pictures,
Okay,
and, again, like I said, we're not prohibited to discuss it in any great length, but that's,
Just drop a new bridge.
we certainly can't take any action on it. We'll,
Can we get a new
we'll get on
bridge?
the agenda for the January.
can we muster a new bridge, one that they can't plug up?
yeah, that's the county.
How
That
many
was-
of you guys want beaver hats?
That's a joke. I mean, I don't know, if there's anything that can be done, it would be greatly
It
appreciated.
seems like though every time you trap them, John, that there's more.
I know,
I've
but
been
problem
all
is there-
my life and there's just no getting rid
And
of them.
that huge flowage and it never ices over and those beavers are huge.
And he's right.
They're as big as Labradors.
I can tell you, neighbors, where I live, further west towards Stringer's Bridge, they had a beaver problem. And they did get approval from the DNR, that the DNR said, yeah, you can go ahead, hire somebody to kill them, capture them, whatever you wanna do, you know, and that. And anyway, they were told by whoever that company was that we will always have that problem because of the wooded area that's the Girl Scout camp. That, you know, they love that area, and so they're just gonna keep gathering
Well,
and.
I talked to the DNR about 5-6 years ago at Triangle Club. They bring guest speakers in all the time over there, and we actually had a guy from the DNR there, and I asked him, well, what can you do if you have a beaver problem on your property? He said, if you're a riparian owner, you can shoot them anytime you want, as long as you're standing on your own land. But somebody can't just stand on your land and just start blasting them. But I don't wanna rock the boat with all my neighbors if I'm out there blasting away at beavers, cause I don't wanna piss off my neighbors, that's not a good thing to do. I like to have them gone, but some way where I'm not involved with it, you know what I mean?
You'll be an old man with gray hair by the time you get one.
Oh, no.
No,
Dude, I went on hunting and sat on my farm you might get lucky and get one, you're not gonna get them all, guaranteed.
They're
They're
rodents,
smart
so they-
animals.
I just sighted my gun and I can put my thing at that
They're
far
not
at 100
gonna-
yards,
if you
I'll
shoot one,
smoke
They
them.
won't show themselves, yeah.
I'll say they're easy pickings at the bridge, cause you can see them swimming. on the
Well,
Oh,
maybe-
yeah.
maybe
And
that part.
It's
I've
like
seen them
shooting a
swimming,
barrel
but I think, I wouldn't wanna take a shot on through the water, you're not gonna get them.
crossbows.
Oh, no, they swim on the surface
Yeah.
with their head up and paddle like that. But they do dive and you won't catch them if they're underwater. But they cruise on the surface all the time. You
I
can
know, I
easily
see
get
it.
a shot
Yes, I've seen
and
it.
crack them.
They're still small, that's easy.
That would be easy to hit, but I don't wanna upset my neighbors, that's my
All
stance
right,
on
you send me some pictures and I'll make a few phone calls and.
it. Okay,
And then we'll have it, put it on the agenda, I'll put it on the agenda for the
Yeah.
January meeting.
alright, thank you.
You bet. Any other comments, commissioners' comments? Okay. I'd like to entertain a motion to go into closed session. Is there a second for that?
I'll second.
Alright, and, roll call vote, Chris,
Here,
no, yes or no?
yes.
Val,
Yes.
Dave, yes, Rick,
Aye. Yes.
Stan, and Greg. I have to call your names, I should put it on a card, I'm so.
John's
on the
on the
phone,
phone too.
Or-
Hey, John, are you in favor of a closed session? Vote yes?
Well, let me think about it. but
Oh,
yes.
hush. Okay,
Are you gonna talk about anything after this closed session is
No.
open?
we're not,
So I can just
don't
pack
plan
up?
on taking any action.
Alright, I'll just shut down and pull up.
Okay,
See,
alright, we're going to closed session.
before we go,
Oh, here.